Hello everyone, Shadow Turtle here, and today I'm back with you with another deck profile. I know it's been a while that I've done my latest deck profile, but I've been very busy, but now that I'm free, I can actually post more videos. Today is going to be Flower Cardians. A really fun and interesting deck, a lot of draw power, and you just wish that you just draw the right cards. A little luck. But yeah, let's get into this. First thing, you run, of course, your 3 Flower Cardian Pine. Pine, whenever you summon, allows you to summon, whenever you normal summon, draw one card, show it, and send it to the graveyard unless it's a Flower Cardian monster. You can only use the effective Flower Cardian Pine once per turn. If this card is destroyed by a battle and sent to the graveyard, or it's destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you get to draw one card. And basically with this, you just summon it, draw a card. If it's a Flower Cardian, you keep it, then you go into your plays. You can sometimes go into Link Revo, but normally you don't because you need a Flower Cardian on the field to actually do things. So yeah. Next up I play 3 Flower Cardian Willows. And Willow's effect is, if you control a level 10 or lower Flower Cardian monster, you can still summon this card from your hand. Also, summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Flower Cardian monsters. Once per turn, you can target one Flower Cardian monster in your graveyard and shuffle it into the deck, and then draw one card. So basically, you just want him to recycle all your cards, and if you have Pines in the graveyard, you just summon him, special summon him, shuffle your Pine back into your deck, and then draw a card. So he's really good for recycling, and he's not that bad. Plus, it's not a hard one to return, so you can just summon him, special summon another, and shuffle 2 back, and draw 2 cards. Next up is 3 Flower Cardian Cherry Blossom with Curtain. Cherry Blossom with Curtain is a level 3 monster, and it has a basic effect. You reveal this card, draw a card, and if it's a Flower Cardian, you get special from this card and keep the card in your hand. But if it's not, send this card and the card you drew to the graveyard. It also has a hand trap effect. During either player's damage step, when a Flower Cardian monster battles an opponent's monster, you can discard this card and make the monster gain 1,000 attack till the end of this turn. So if you have 2 of these, you can just boost them up to 2,000, and yeah, but you mainly want to use it for the special and drop, the special and power in a draw. Next, I run 3 Zebra with Grass. Zebra Grass. Zebra Grass is basically a magical mallet. If you control a level 7 or lower Flower Cardian monster, you get special summon this card from your hand. And you can normal summon or special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Flower Cardian monsters. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can reveal any number of Flower Cardian monsters in your hand and shuffle them into the deck. And then draw the same amount of cards. So, again, magical mallet for Flower Cardians. It's really good at times whenever you don't have Pine and you have to go into something else. And if you do have Pine, you just want a tuner monster in your hand so you can just go into more plays. Next up, I also run 3 Pony with Butterfly, or Penny with Butterfly, however you say it. Peony, that's how you say it, Peony with Butterfly. It's the tuner monster of this deck, and cannot be normal summoned, must first be tribute summoned by attributing a Flower Cardian monster. And once this card is tribute summoned, you can draw a card if it's a Flower Cardian monster. You get to look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, and either place them at the top or bottom of the deck in any order. And its other effect is whenever you use monsters for a synchro, all their levels become 2. So it's easier to synchro summon out your big boss monsters. Next, I also play 3 Maple with Deer. Flower Cardian Maple with Deer is this somewhat of the same thing for Pony Butterfly. You need a tribute for a monster, and if you draw a card, and if it's a Flower Cardian, you get destroy one spell or trap card that your opponent controls. So, again, generic. Next up, just in case if you do not have a Panini Butterfly, you have Willow Calligrapher. You got to tribute Flower Cardian and Willow to summon this card. And draw a card. If it's a Flower Cardian, you get a special summon it for free. And whenever you use it for a synchro material, all their levels become level 2. So yeah. Just a free special summon and a synchro. Next I play 2 Clover with Boars. Clover with Boar allows you to draw a card, and if it's a Flower Cardian, you're allowed to destroy one of your opponent's monsters on the field. And if it's not, send that card to the graveyard. Just another basic card, but a really broken card when it comes to it. Next is going to be a Flower Cardian Palunia, however you say that name. We're just going to call him Paul. So basically, if you control a level 11 or lower Flower Cardian monster, you get a special summon this card from your hand, and for the rest of your turn, you cannot summon monsters that Flower Cardian monsters. When this card is targeted for attack, negate the attack and end the battle phase, and then draw a card. So a lot of people don't really read his effect, mainly because he has 100 attack and 100 defense. But if they don't have anything to stop this, you can just get a free draw and end the battle phase. Last, for the monsters, I run 1 Flower Cardian Zebragrass with Moon. Zebragrass with Moon is, you got tribute Zebragrass, and then you're allowed to draw a card, and if it's a Flower Cardian, you get special summon it, and if it's not a Flower Cardian, you have to send it to the graveyard. That's it for the monsters. Let's go into the spells. I run 3 Recardinations. What this allows you to do is add 1 Flower Cardian from your graveyard to your hand, and special summon 1 Flower Cardian monsters from your hand. And when this card is activated due to the effect of a Flower Cardian, you get to look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you do, add 1 spell or trap card from to your hand, and then place the remaining cards at the top of the deck in any order that you like. Really good, just in case if you actually do slip up and you have no other Flower Cardians to go into. Grab a Pine, special summon another one for free, and if it's excavated, grab one of your spell and trap cards, and then put all the Flower Cardians on top. Not really cheating if you just stack your deck with spell and trap cards. Speaking of stacking, I run 2 Flower Stacking. Flower Stacking just allows you to pick 3 Flower Cardian monsters with different names and put them on the top of your deck in any order. And you can banish this card from the graveyard and target 1 Flower Cardian monster in the graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use the effect of Flower Stacking once per turn. So, just basic. You could just grab your Flower Cardians, and if you get really lucky, activate Super Koi Koi to have 3 special monsters out on the field. Next, I run 2 Flower Gatherings. If you don't have anything to go into your plays and you draw into this card, this will definitely help you because you get a special summon basically 4 Flower Cardian monsters with 100 attack and different names from your deck. So most of the Flower Cardian monsters' attacks are low, so you get a special summon the cards listed on the art right here. So Pine, Paul, Willow, and Zebragrass. And their effects are negated, but they all become level 2s, I believe. Nope, they're still the same. They can all be tribute for a tribute summon monster. but it can be tribute for a special summon. Next, for more draw power, I add the beginning of the end. What this basically does is allow you to banish 5 dark monsters from your graveyard and draw 3 cards if you have 7 dark monsters to your graveyard. Next up is Allure Darkness. Just generic, draw 2 and then banish 1 dark monster, and all of them are darks, so really easy. And then for one of it's Monster Reborn, Reinforcements of the Army, the Warrior Returning Alive, and Super Koi Koi. I can only get my hands on 1 Super Koi Koi, but I found out that Super Koi Koi is really good at 1 or 2. And since all the Flower Cardians are Warriors, these 2 cards are really good. I might run more Returning Alives, but I'm good with sticking with 1. That's good. That's it for the main deck. Let's go on to the extra deck. First, you want to run Flower Cardian Light Flare. I run 1 because how recyclable he is, but I might bump him up to 2. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a spell trap card is activated, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. If a Flower Guardian monster you control battles an opponent's monster, the opponent's monster's effects are negated till the end of the battle phase. If this face-up synchro summon monster leaves the field, you can special summon 1 Flower Guardian monster from your extra deck with a different name. So, and you can only use the effect of Flower Guardian Light Flare once per turn. So, he's a big beat stick with 5,000 attack and 0 defense. You need 1 tuner and 4 non-tuners to summon this guy. And yeah, if he even gets returned with like a Soliloquist, you can always special summon out Flower Cardian, Light Shower, or anybody else, like Fly or Moonflower Viewing. Next up, I run 2 Flower Cardian Light Showers. Light Shower has a pretty unique effect. Your opponent cannot target Flower Cardian monsters you control with card effects. Also, monsters that cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, those monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. During your opponent's draw phase, if they draw a card or cards to their normal draw, inflict 1,500 damage to your opponent, and you either have to skip your next draw phase to keep his effects active or negate his effects. Normally, most people do is skip your draw phase, so you can still keep on burning them for 15. And this is what you normally go into whenever Flower Cardian Light Flare leaves the field. Next up, I run 1 Fly. Fly is just saying no to your opponent's graveyard, and also does piercing damage. And next up, I run 3 Moonflower Viewing. This one's questionable on why I'm running 3, but I like running 3 of her. She's a synchro tuner, and she allows you to draw a card. If it's a Flower Card, you get a special summon it. Then, ignoring the summoning conditions, and it can attack directly this turn. If you activate this effect, skip the draw phase of your next turn. And when this card is used as a sync material, all synchro materials are level 2. So, yeah. Moonflower Viewing is really good and generic just to go into whenever you have your plays. Next for the links, I just run 1 Decode and 1 Puzzled. And, yeah, that's basically it for the extra deck. You can add anything you like into it. This is just how I play. This is just not for competitive. This is more of a fun build. And, yeah. I hope you guys like and enjoy it. Please leave a like down below and feel free to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. And I'm out.